council here except Council Weiss will not be here tonight. By the way, at this time will be visitor and citizen forum. Uh, Tonight we start to apply the new ordinance, the new law about visitor and forum, and citizens speak again on the agenda. From now on, each person appear in podium. We have 3 minutes. 3. You can speak on any item and include any agenda item. 3 minutes. But you also can speak on regular agenda with the public hearing. And that gives you more time. By the way, when you are up here, if you give us any idea, any good thing, how to make city better, 3 minutes maybe not enough. I give you more. But you come in here, you try to pick on us, then 3 minutes is limit. And I wish everybody come here, you just say this way. The purpose, you elect us up here, try to make city better for everybody, not for myself. I take care of my house, okay. Any business I do here and our council doing here is for public. So please try to be nice. Check your language. Don't get angry. Because you get angry, I ask you to sit down. Calm you down, then come back later. But you will find out. As a mayor, I am very friendly with everybody. You can talk to me anytime. If you have a problem with me or my staff, call me. We have office back there. We can discuss. We don't need to show the public we are not a friendly town, that I know a lot of people have different personality, but I wish you try to work with us. And like I said, I can give you more time. But if you not comply with my request, then 3 minutes will be limit. And if you don't understand what the new ordinance is, repeat again. You can speak on visitor forum and any agenda for 3 minutes. But if you decide to do that, then any agenda on regular session without public hearing, you can't say anymore. You can't come up here. But if you just want to speak on visitor forum, then you can still speak on any agenda. Even you already speak on non-agenda item or agenda item without public hearing, you can speak. When that on regular session, when that agenda have public hearing, you still can come up here for 3 minutes. And thank you for your comply here. City Attorney, do I get enough here? You want to add on?
I think you did a good job with that.
Okay, yeah.
And we'll clarify that as there may be some hiccups for a while, but
Yeah.
I think the citizens will follow along with that pretty easily.
Somebody asked me why not 5 or 6 minutes anymore, because the new law allow you to speak against any item on agenda. But if everybody have 5 or 6 minutes, and if we have 15 items, we can stay until midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. And I think if you can get your idea together, I think 3 minutes is a long time. Thank you very much. At this time, we will visitor and citizen forum. Do we have anybody? Okay. Anybody in audience would like to come up here to say something? Or you can ask question, whatever. I see none, so I close the public hearing at 6:06. Citizen forum. And non-item on, regular session. Okay. At this time, I would like to invite John. Would you come up here and you lady here, what's your last name?
Selena?
Selena? Yeah. Not Selena.
Selena.
Selena too? Yeah. Okay, on the financial report. Go ahead, sir.
Sidona won't be able to attend to tonight's meeting, so I'm going to be presenting the monthly financial report. Mm. This is the monthly financial reports for August 2019. Um, During the month of August, we collected 5.1 million in revenue, and we spent 4.7 million. The fund balance as of August 2019 is 58.9 million. The revenue, we've already collected 96% of the budgeted revenue for the fiscal year, and we spent 62%. For the general fund alone, the revenue was 2 million and expenditures was 2.1 million. Year to date, as of August, we have 28.3 million in revenue, which consists of 95% of the budgeted revenue. Expenditure was at 26.6, and it's 83% of the budgeted expenditure. We collected in August $72,544 in property tax. As you can see, we dipped on August. The majority of the property tax collection was made in December and January, as you can see in the graph. We may have collected less than the previous month, but we collected more of the same month last year, August 2018. For sales tax revenue, we collected 1,026,000, and it was more than what we received last month in July. But unfortunately, it was lower than what we received last year, the same month last year. And as I said, this is the 3-year comparison. August this year is less than last year. This slide shows Haltom City and surrounding cities. If you notice that this year, compared to last year, the same month, there was a decrease of 3.39%. But overall, the year-to-date as of August for the fiscal year, we increased by 1.16%. Are there any questions from the council? Yes, Mayor. Oh,
Okay, I have a question.
okay. Go ahead.
When you look at the chart up here and you saw Richland Hill minus 34.74%, did you find out why? So we don't make a mistake like that in the future? Did you find out anything?
I will find out, Mayor, what happened to them. I
No,
did
you
not.
don't? Okay, Council, this is a good time to pick on John because he knocked up here and here many times, often. And you have any question?
I'll remember that next election, though.
Ma'am, you have a question? No? If Marianne don't have a question, then we have no question for you, sir.
Thank you.
Go next. Go ahead. We have time. Selena, Miss Macbeth, do you have any thing to add on? Or John done a good job or what?
That's it for this session.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You did a great job.
Okay. At this time, we have no more the item to discuss on work session, so we will go to the executive session at 6:11 on based on the Texas Government Code, Chapter 551.071 and 551.072. We will see you at 7. Thank you. this time, 7 p.m., September 23rd, 2019. At first, I call this meeting in order, and we would like to invite Scott, Venerable Pastor of Northwood Church, do invocation. Please come in here, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you for Haltom City and all that this city means to all of its residents and all the people. We thank you for these city leaders, these councilmen, these city managers, and all the city leaders and first responders and everyone represented here tonight. And we pray for wisdom, and guidance, discernment, protection, strength, and courage to do what is right, what is good, and what is best for Haltom City. And I pray for everyone and that is a resident of this city, that you protect them as well, and that we can all serve and work together hand in hand, no matter what our beliefs are and our ideas are, our political affiliations, but we can work side by side together to make Haltom City the best place to live. And we can serve our schools and all the people, no matter anything that is going up against us. So we pray for these things in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Thank you, sir. And pledge of allegiance by Mayor Pro Tem Lynn Thompson. Please sit down. Thank you. At first, I would like to welcome everyone to this regular meeting. This is the last meeting of September. I hope everybody have a good day coming here, and welcome everybody. Anytime I see a lot of people in chamber, I'm so happy, because it seems like, this is your city, not my city or any individual city. So please come in. The more you come, the more we like it. But if we don't have enough space for you, then at that time I can ask for a new city hall. Thank you. The next will be the announcement and event. Mr. Camacho, City Secretary. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. The meeting announcements for September 23rd, 2019 in the public library. They have story time, Tinker Tuesdays, Imagination Station, teen programs, and other library activities, and they're listed on the library's websites for the dates and times, so please check the website. Other programs include dance fitness for adults, which are held every Monday from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. They have a Matter of Balance wellness program, which is held on Wednesdays all the way through to November 6th. And Dave Lieber, journalist and author, will be featured on Saturday, September 28th at 11 a.m. at the library. In community programs, the Senior Center will be having a craft fair on Saturday, October 12th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring vendors with handmade craft items, in addition to a silent auction and bake sale. The proceeds will benefit the Haltom Senior Center, so please join them to shop, eat lunch, and enjoy some homemade baked goods. Keep Haltom City Beautiful is hosting the second annual Fall Sweep and the 2019 Trinity Trash Bash on this Saturday, September 28th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the east parking lot at Haltom High School. The Fall Sweep will offer free paper shredding up to 4 file boxes, free tire recycling up to 4 tires, no commercial or tractor tires, and information on our simple recycling program. The service is free to Haltom City residents, but please bring your water bill and ID as proof of residency. After or before you drop off your stuff at the Fall Sweep, you can volunteer at Keep Haltom City Beautiful's annual Trinity Trash Bash, which is at the same time, same place, and registered volunteers will receive T-shirts and snacks. All cleanup supplies will be provided, and you can register to volunteer at the city website at www.haltomcitytx.com, or you can contact the Rec Center at 817-831-6464. The Recreation Center is doing a Halloween candy drive until October 21st. If you donate at least 2 bags of individually wrapped candy to be entered into drawing to win a $50 gift card. Candy donations will go out to help for our annual Haltom Halloween being held on Saturday, October 26th from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Rec Center. They'll have a costume contest, bounce houses, games, balloon twisters, and more. Haltom City Pee Wee Football will be selling concessions to raise money for new equipment, and the admission is free. The fire department is having an open house on Saturday, October 5th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Central Fire Station at 5525 Broadway, and they'll also feature a fire clown show at 11:30. The City of Fort Worth will be restriping Beach Street from Northeast 28th Street to North Tarrant Parkway very shortly. Once Fort Worth approves a start date, this information will be placed on the city's website. The restriping work is not anticipated to cause traffic to be deterred. However, there will be periodic lane closures, which may mean that at times only one or two lanes in a direction of traffic may be open for motorists. And after these announcements, we're now going to have Julie Orbaugh, our community director, is now going to present a Refresh BISD video. I didn't say the beautiful Julie Orbaugh.
That's nice. So good evening, Mayor and Council. I am here to highlight the impact that the 2019 Refresh BISD had on our local students and families. Refresh was held at the Wiley G. Coliseum on Saturday, August 17th, and because of it, 700 families were served with over 5,000 people in attendance. 1,814 BISD students received school supplies and backpacks, 125 eye exams, 135 sports physicals, and 233 haircuts were done, and 3,000 hot dogs were given away. 29 churches, along with business and civic groups, provided 744 volunteers, and 22,000 pounds of fresh produce were distributed to local families. This was the second year that Haltom City was part of Refresh, and we love it because they are committed to helping these families all year long, not just for back to school. Refresh is a program of the Community Enrichment Center whose most important mission is to break the cycle of poverty and family violence in Northeast Tarrant County. I have a short video to show you that Refresh made about the event. I hope you enjoy it, and you may see some familiar faces.
Before the first school bell rings out its welcome to returning students.
Have a good school year.
Inside this building, boys and girls are gearing up for day one in the classroom.
I really do like a lot of things about school.
Okay, can I mark your wristband?
I'm really looking forward to school.
Ariana is going into 4th grade.
We're gonna go this way.
Before the first school bell rings out its welcome to returning students.
Have a good school year.
Inside this building, boys and girls are In fact, 1,878 supply kits were distributed to families who walked the twisted course, making friends along the way.
You want a red puppy? Red is my favorite color too. Someone nice right there, and then you got a face, all right?
Thank you.
Ariana's family is thankful for the help.
It helps us to have money for clothes and food, more money for those things, because school supplies are expensive.
And Refresh reaches far beyond the back-to-school season.
We connect them with the libraries, we connect them with the rec center, we connect them with churches, with supporting communities to help them, lift them up. How are you doing?
Refresh, to us means that we're actually out here building rapport with the children as they're going through school, so it helps us break down any barriers.
They have a wonderful time. They get to meet firemen, policemen, the bounce house. They get to have hot dogs and mingle with people. It's like a party to them.
Refresh BISD is a part of a purpose. It is a back-to-school event in which we connect families with the community and helpful resources to help them make lasting transformations.
What grade are you going into? 4th grade. Woo! All right. It takes hundreds of caring people to bring Refresh to life. Some give money. Others offer time and talents.
We get to see little kids that they probably have never had a professional haircut, ever.
Refresh brings together an entire community, offering everyone a chance to make a lasting difference.
everybody an equal shot and stuff to prepare for their new school year.
When school starts, I will have just what I need.
I'm grateful for Refresh. We get things the kids need. I'm very grateful.
So that's it. Any questions?
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
The
Oh,
school bell rings out its welcome to returning
okay,
students.
he's working on it. Thank you so much.
Inside this building, boys and girls are gearing up for building
Okay, we also this evening, we're going to have Fran Burns is going to come to speak and address the council and citizens for art in the city.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hi guys, city council members, city staff, mayor, and everyone listening. Thank you for letting us come. I'm here with Patty Jesper. She's with Art in the City as well as myself. We're here to speak on behalf of the members of the Art in the City and the Haltom City Garden Club, and we'd like to invite you to an event set for Friday and Saturday, October 11th and 12th. Titled Blooming Art, it will take place at the Haltom City Library. It's a gallery event, but not one that Art in the City typically hosts. This gallery event combines the efforts of these two groups. Each of the 10 exhibiting artists has been paired with a Haltom City Garden Club member. The gardener will create a flower arrangement to complement one of the artist's works. And Patty, you've been paired with Victoria Gassett, and Patty and Victoria have met and they discussed what they're going to do, and it involves carrots. So it should be pretty interesting. We're very excited about We're very excited about the event. So the participants have been meeting with each other and looking over the artwork and deciding what to create. In preparation for the project, the Garden Club is also hosting a flower arranging workshop this Thursday at the library. This unique event is free and it's open to all ages. The library gallery will be open on Friday, October 11th from noon until 5, and Saturday, October 12th from 10:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. I hope that's correct. Art in the City is also hosting a gallery night at the Diamond Oaks Country Club. Set for Friday, November the 8th, the show will be open from 5 until 9 p.m. The Garden Club will also play a part in this gallery night event by providing centerpieces for some of the tables. There's no charge to attend, although I hear the bar is going to be open. And I invite all of you to drop by. So come see us.
Thank you. Council, you have any questions? If you don't, thank you for a good
Okay.
job you
Thank
have
you,
been
guys.
done for citizens of Haltom City. Thank you, both of you, and everybody. The next item, I would like to invite Fire Chief Jacob for the Long-Term Employee Service Award. Welcome here, Chief.
I'm giving Greg a hard time because I told him he was going to get to go first. But thank you, Mayor, Council. You know, this is a kind of a privilege to be up here for this one. The term long-term award, I think, is going to be a new meaning today. At this time, I'd like to invite up Amy and Ruby, and why they're coming up. A little bit about Amy and Ruby. They were there a lot longer than I was, so I can start up to about 20 years ago when I met them. You know, I've got to know them pretty good, and, you know, to make a long story short, they're invaluable to the fire department. You know, they do all the ins and outs of the work that a lot of guys don't realize, probably more so with the pay that Amy works on, but you know, I've been teased of being OCD from time to time, and I tell you, if you've ever met Ruby, she's extremely OCD, which probably what makes her very, very good at the finances. You know, I couldn't ask for anybody better to do any one of those roles. So last month, this summer, both of them hit their 40-year mark. Okay, that's 40 years apiece. So it was. As employees of Haltom City, you know, I thought, wow, that's kind of cool, you know, and got to kind of looking around, and I couldn't find anybody else that had done that. So, you know, we got with Julia, as a matter of fact, and, you know, she wrote a good article for Crossroads, and that came out this summer, and we got to talking to Stephanie Click, our representative, our State House representative. She goes, oh, yeah, I'd absolutely love to do something. So that's why we're here tonight. We just want to say that we're proud of y'all. We want to give you a couple of awards. We wanted to acknowledge you in front of the mayor and the council and the citizens of Haltom City. And, you know, there's just no words that can really explain what y'all have done for our department and our city. Before I get too far, would y'all like to introduce family or anybody? And I'm going to have to ask the husbands to stand up. So John and Keith, if y'all would stand up. And I know you got several other family members. If y'all would please stand up, because, you know, there's no way they can accomplish 40 years without the support of these people. So what I want to do is I want to read a congratulations given by Stephanie Click, the State of Texas House of Representatives. This certificate of congratulations is presented to Amy West and Ruby Lee. And congratulations of 40 years of service to Haltom City. Congratulations.
Oh yes, and that's my husband, both of my sisters, and my brother-in-law, Mark and Wayne Mitchell and Sharon Poplar.
Amy and Ruby, I was talking to Chief Knapp, and he said, you and your husbands are welcome to go anywhere on the town. It's on him tonight. So y'all get with him before y'all leave. Amy. Mr. Mayor. Yeah.
Slotsky's where he gets a discount. Where you want to go? You go on in. Oh, okay. Thank y'all very much. Thank you.
The professional photographer.
Oh, Steve?
You mean Steve? I'm going to use this for no. I like this guy back here, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, he wanted the professional.
You know, there's a time, what kind of vacation you have, everybody can count 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, exactly. I better go this way.
Okay, sir, what's your name?
Greg Smith. Though I can't top 40 years, we do have an employee that's been with the Public Works Department for 20 years. Sherry Carter, it should come on up. A little background on Sherry. As most of you know, this is my second tenure with Haltom City. When I was first hired in '93, I worked about 10 years, and during that time period, we hired Sherry then. And when I came back in 2014, there was a few familiar faces, but the first familiar face that I ran into was Sherry. And I went up to shake her hand, and she wouldn't let me shake her hand. She made me hug her. So that's the kind of person Sherry is. If you've called the Public Works Department, you know the first people you talk to is either Betty or Sherry. In both cases, you have two sweet people that are understanding with your problem. Makes it a lot easier when that right person finally gets to me that they've gone through Sherry first. So Sherry's invaluable. While on paper she may be the administrative secretary for myself and a few other individuals, the fact is she's the secretary for everybody in the department. She's invaluable to us. And I'd like to thank you, Sherry, for your 20 years of service. And while I didn't talk to Fred Knapp, I'm sure he'd be okay if Sherry went out on the town as well.
Thank you for everyone. Have a lot of laughs. That's important for our health, you know. Next one will be the, before we go to consent agenda, I would like to remove item number 6. That's mean ordinance number 0.2019.025.15 to regular agenda. And now I'm ready for a motion for item number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Councilman Rowe.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda excluding item number 6. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Thompson?
Mayor, that would be for second, please.
Okay, we got the second. And Council, you have any comment or any question? You don't? Go ahead, register your vote, please. Okay, this item unanimous approved with the absence of Council Member Weiss. And now we go to regular agenda. Let us say this one. Before I go to regular agenda, some of you maybe was not here at the work session. I want to repeat one more time. On September 1st, 2019, we have a new law that each person can speak against any agenda item in the regular session. By the way, if you choose to speak at the beginning, any agenda with the public hearing at the beginning and on work session, then you can speak again when that agenda is coming up. When you speak at the work session, you can do live visitor forum, and you choose any agenda you want to speak at the beginning of the work session, then you can do so. But if you already speak any agenda with the public hearing at the beginning of the work session, then when that item coming up on regular session, you can speak again. Okay, even you already speak on the visitor or citizen forum, you're allowed to speak on any agenda with the public hearing. And because the new law can make us stay here for a long time if we have so many items. So I would like everybody please get your speak limit to 3 minutes. At beginning, like I said, if you have any comment, any suggestion for our council to make city better, I can give you more time. But make sure any language you speak in front of the council, because we have television, try to respect the public. So try to control your voice. If you're angry at me, I have time for you. We can go in the back and talk over. But try to make our city at the friendly cities, so the big businessman look at on television and say, this is a city I want to do business. That's my goal here. Thank you. Okay, on the regular agenda, at the item P, no, number 6? No, this one first. Okay, okay. On the item number 6, ordinance number 0.2019.025.15. Ms. Bachelor, go ahead.
This was pulled from consent, so I don't have a presentation for this item.
You don't have anything?
No, because it was on consent.
Okay. Mr. Hewlett? Councilor?
Yes.
Yes.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's on. Research is being done on this particular item, and some of the information that we've requested has not yet arrived. for that reason, I'm moving that we table this item until the next meeting.
Okay, you request to item this one on the next meeting, right?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. And you want to make a motion or no?
that is a motion. I
Okay,
move.
that's motion. Thank you. How about second? Council Thompson?
Mayor, that would be for a second.
Okay, we got second and Ms. Grove?
What information was requested? Because that's the first I've heard of it.
On the automobile services, we've requested items such as the venting and the fact that the planned development stays with the property, not with the owner. So it's there forever. It's not like a CUP where it stays with the owner if it's been abandoned. So based on that, I wanted to look at more information on automobile services and the impact on that area and that building. So I've asked for schematics having to do with the building and some other information that I have looked at on other properties by this owner. There's quite a bit of information that I think would be interesting once we get it all together and assess it. So I
Councilman
just
Grove?
want to table it at this point.
I was just curious what was requested.
Thank you. Okay, any more question? If you don't, go ahead, register your vote, please. Yeah. Okay, we got the vote of 4-2. This item will table to the next meeting. Thank you. And the vote no on Ricky Brown and Council Grove. Okay, on item number 7, P.001.19, Ms. Bachelor, go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This is to conduct a public hearing and consider action on the application of Dilip Pranav. If you recall, we had a CUP a few weeks ago for the two Marriott product hotels on this property. It's locally known as 3951 Northeast Loop 820. The applicant proposes to create several lots. This plat is part of an overall business plan, which a plan development was created. And on September 10th, Planning and Zoning Commission recommended unanimous approval of P00119. If we'll look at the screen up here, this is the property. It's been vacant land. The property owner developed these pieces along Beach Street. This is just west of Burger King, Racetrack, and Wells Fargo, some other properties here on Beach Street. It is zone C2 with a CUP on it. And so these are the two Marriott products that'll be built. One's A-Loft and one is Town Suites. And then we have lot 1, 2, and 5. So these could be eventually developed into smaller lots if they have a restaurant that's interested for a pad site. This is the rendering of the A-Loft Hotel, the layout with the landscaping, elevation details, and this is the Town Place Suites with their landscaping and layout, and also the elevations. If you have any questions, I'm available, and the applicant's representative is here also.
Thank you, Ms. Bachelor. Council, you have any question or comment? I see none, so this action item, go ahead, Chair, make a motion. Do we have a public hearing here? This, I'm sorry, this item number 7, we have public hearing. At this time, I would like to open public hearing at 7:29. Is anyone in the audience would like to speak against this item number 7? I see none, so I close the public hearing at 7:29 and half, 30 seconds. And now, Council, this item ready for motion. Councilman Grove.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we approve plat PAPA-001-19.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Council Thompson?
That would be for second, Mayor.
Yes, we got the second. Thank you, Susan. I know. Only 1 second. Thank you. You just turn off. By the way, go ahead, register your vote if you have no comment. Okay. Okay, this item unanimous approved by 6-0. And the item number 8, resolution number R.2019.022.03. Mr. Farrell, go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Atmos Energy has requested to raise its rate in this mid-Texas city area. And us, along with 171 other mid-Texas cities, are actually represented when this happens by the ACSC, which is the Atmos Cities Steering Committee. And they negotiate for us, and they make them prove up what they actually have to have for their system-wide increases. And so this started at 70 million, but ended up around 35.4 million. And what that means is increase residentially of about $2, approximately $2 per household residential, and $6 for commercial. So if there's questions about it, I know Wayne's very familiar with this. I'm kind of standing in for Sedona tonight. These are all supposed to be done by the end of September. And we have somebody that's on this committee as well. It's been Jennifer Fung, and I'm not sure if Sedona's taken over for her, but it's a consortium type situation, so that's where we are. So the staff recommends approval of this. Apparently they've reduced this as much as possible.
Just for the, okay, go ahead, Councilman Crowe.
My guess is to replace all the pipe or the gas lines to keep houses from blowing up. That'd be my guess.
Yes, sir. If you remember, I think you were the one that the representative was here the last time.
Yeah,
and
I talked to him about it.
Right. Yeah. So they're having to replace a lot of infrastructure, from my understanding.
And so that costs money. All right, thank you.
I have a question here, just for learning purpose. What difference between Atmos City Steering Committee and Atmos Energy Corporation?
Well, the Atmos Energy is what supplies your gas. It's the company that supplies the gas. The steering committee is a consortium of cities, 172 of them in all, that come together to negotiate rates and things like that. And I think that, Wayne, you're probably better than I am at explaining that if I did it right.
My question is, they are completely separate companies, right?
They are. That's right.
The Atmos City Steering Committee works for the cities. It's a group of cities that have gotten together to check on Atmos Gas's rates. And so every time Atmos Gas asks for a rate increase, this steering committee that Haltom City is a member of reviews their rates to determine whether or not they're fair and reasonable. And then they sit down and they'll negotiate what they believe is a fair and reasonable rate, which is what they're bringing to you tonight. They're suggesting you approve this resolution because they believe this is in your best interest.
And the third party, the Mid-City Division, what are they doing here?
Well, the Mid-Cities Division is the actual Atmos Division, Atmos Gas, who's supplying the gas to Haltom City residents. They're okay. But,
they're all the cities right in mid-Texas. Yeah. Right. Okay. It's a regional thing.
Councilman Brown.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Phelps. What was how long ago was the last rate increase that they had asked for, and how much was it?
It's been, I think, last year when they asked for a rate increase. No, last year. Yes. It was the year before, right? Because last year they did not do.
It was last year. They've asked for this rate review mechanism, which is the rate increase we're talking about. They've had one in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and now 2019. It's replaced what used to be an occasional rate increase. It's a new system now, and they bring it back almost every year. So yeah,
it's governed by the Texas Utility Code, from my understanding, but what mechanism that can make them ask for that.
Yes.
What getting back to what percentage would you say they have raised the rates over these 5 years, 4 years? It sounds 15, 16, 17, 18.
I will get you that information, or I'll have Sedona get that information. I don't have it tonight because Sedona had to go away for emergency with her family member, but I can tell you that the increase this year that they're asking for is about 3.7% for residential and 2.31% for commercial.
Thank you, Mr. Phelps.
Thank you, Councilman Grow and Council Thompson.
Okay, the rates that we're seeing the increase on, is that going to be for all the 172 cities? Because of this group, so everybody's going for the same.
Yes, ma'am, and it just, not that this is a big deal, but it's either 171 or 172
Okay,
cities.
well, you get what I mean.
I do. I just want to make sure that I say that.
So everyone is under the same contract?
Yes, ma'am.
As
That's my
far as that's
understanding.
concerned? Okay, thank you.
You know, last week I received a bill from TAD, and really surprised me when I asked a question. I have learned something good. One property, but they have like 6 different accounts under one property. Do you know about that? When I asked them, and they told me, because each line run underneath your property, that is that pressure will give you a price tag for that. And at this moment, I still don't understand why, because that I didn't see the pie, and they just put like 6 accounts on my property, you know. And I wonder what happened here, you know, because they make money by install the pie, and why the homeowner in Haltom City have to pay for that. And a lot of people, when they receive that one, they believe that Haltom City try to raise tax again, you know. Have you know anything about that, sir?
No, but I'll research it and try to get you some answers.
Yes. I still have a bill
clarification.
I can bring to show you and find out what happened, because every time the citizen got the tax bill increase, then they believe that Haltom City try to create the revenue for a city. That's not true, you know. Me too. When I saw that bill, I say, I don't think I know about this one, but that's pretty good, you know. One property, you have 6 number account different. When I call them, I say, each line underneath your house, you have to pay for that tax. And that's ridiculous. Thank you, sir. You have any more, anything? Can
Mr. Mayor,
tell the people? Yeah.
real quickly, I'm looking at the city council memorandum that we put in your packets, and says the increase is $2.05 on a monthly basis, or 3.7%. That's for residential, and commercial is $6.18, or 2.31%. That might answer part of your question, Mr. Brown, not for the years past, but for this year.
Yeah, but this one is increased by TAD.
Thank you, sir. No, it's not TAD, that's Atmos. It's the gas. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. Any more questions? If you don't, go ahead, make this item ready for a motion. Councilor Thompson, go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you, Mayor. I move that we approve Resolution R-2019-022-03, referring to the negotiated settlement between Atmos City Steering Committee and Atmos Energy Corporation Mid-Tex Division with the 2019 rate review mechanism filing.
Thank you, Ms. Thompson and Councilor Sol. Susan?
Thank you, Mayor. That would be for a second.
We got a second. You have any more question or comment? If you don't, go ahead and register your vote, please. At this moment, item number 8, unanimous approve, and that's all we have on regular agenda. By the way, number 9, city staff report. You don't have anything, sir? Or you do? No. And future agenda item. Council, you have anything you want to put in there? And, Council Marianne Hillis?
Yes, and maybe it dropped off because, I don't know why, but at the last meeting, I asked about having the report on the bonds as far as when we purchased, what we owe on them, what we've done, all of that stuff.
Okay.
Yes, I got text just a little bit ago from Sedana right before this started to let you know that she is working on that and she's getting close to finishing it.
Okay, but should it still be listed here as
That's
a
when you
future item?
request to put on the next agenda, right?
Right.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that.
I
Any more
think, Mayor, I
questions?
don't know, you want us to put that in staff reports for next time instead of the agenda? Is that okay with you, Wayne?
Staff report.
Just to make a report on it? And then we'll just put the report in the packets and then just do a brief.
Yeah,
Are you all right with that,
I think
Ms.
that's a
Hilliard?
question for Councilmember Hilliard, if that's sufficient for her.
Since there's
Which
no
item
vote
you
on
put
it.
it under is fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
we'll just
whether
put it in
it's-
staff reports and we'll
Yeah.
also put something in your packet.
Yes.
Just to give you a written documentation of it too. You're good with
Yes,
that?
that's
Okay.
fine. Yes, perfect.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, city manager. And, okay, that's all. Any more future agenda? You don't? And at this time, we have board commission committee, resignation of board commission or committee members. Anybody have anything? Go ahead, Councilman Brown. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, I would like to reappoint current member Debbie Harden to the ZBA.
We're just doing resignation.
Oh, I thought he said reappointments. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
resignation,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Does anybody have a resignation? Okay, no resignation. Now you can go to the next one.
Okay.
Now appointments.
Okay, next one will be the reappointment of two boards and commission and committee. And you have anything, Councilman Brown? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Councilman Brown, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Grove. Thank you, Mayor. Yes, as I stated before, I'd like to reappoint to the ZBA Debbie Harden, who is currently on the ZBA.
Okay, and Council, take a vote, please. Raise your vote. We unanimous approve the request from Councilman Brown and now Councilman Rowe. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I would like to appoint Chris McDonald to ZBA for place 2 vacant seat, and his information is already on file.
Okay, thank you, Councilman Grove. Go ahead, register your vote, please. Unanimous approved request from Councilman Grove and any more, but if you don't, I have one. I am would like to nominate Sheila Beatty for the planning and zoning as in alternate members. Please register your vote, please. Okay, thank you, Council. This unanimous approved for Sheila Beatty to be alternate for planning and zoning. Any more? At this time, we don't have any more. We already have okay. We have one item number 13, accused absent of council member. Council, we yeah.
Motion to approve this action.
To approve, I need a motion to approve for his absentee. Okay, Council Thompson.
I move that we approve Brent Weist's absence tonight.
Okay, and thank you. Go ahead. Do any say?
Yeah, she second, yes.
Okay. Councilman Sol.
Thank you, Mayor. That's for a second.
Thank you. We already have second. Go ahead, share your vote, please. Okay, all council unanimous approve for absent of Council Weiss. By the way, we already had executive session at the beginning, so at this time, we have no more item on regular agenda. We'll adjourn the meeting at 7:45. Thank you, everyone. Hope to see you next time.
7:44 and a half, but I'm not.
7:44 and a half.